Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Unhitched Female Season 21's Jenn Tran might not have wound up with her last decision, Devin Strater. However, I accept she could revive her relationship with Jonathan Johnson after some mending, as he's her ebb and flow emotionally supportive network. Jenn, who was presented as a feature of the Single Man Season 28's cast, was eager to take on her own excursion as the lead of the following time of the unhitched female toward the start of the time. In spite of the fact that she wasn't the best option to be the following lead, Jenn was glad to be assuming on the liability of the main job through the season. Subsequent to getting to know the men of the Lone Rangeress Season 21, Jenn created associations with a couple while deciding to let others go. Obviously, the makers of the time ready for an alternate lady to start to lead the pack. However, with Jenn in charge, things were a piece flimsy. The men of Jenn's season were frustrating, as they'd been projected for either Daisy Kent or Maria Jorgas initially, and many didn't wind up fostering an appreciation for Jenn all through the season. Jonathon, who wrapped up dispensed with the week prior to the finale, was a special case for the standard. In spite of the fact that Jenn was situated as the unhitched female to find love with her last rose beneficiary Devin, the pair's relationship battled to remain above water. Devin and Jenn proposed to each other during the Unhitched Female Season 21's finale. However, their relationship came crashing down before the finale even circulated. Only half a month after they got ready for marriage, the couple started battling, and Devin cut off their friendship over instant message prior to following Maria on Instagram the next day. Jenn, hurt by his activities, made some extreme memories getting a handle on the treachery. Jenn and Devin's separation was a significant mystery in the unhitched male establishment pre-finale. However, whenever it was uncovered plainly, she was in an ideal situation without him overloading her. After Jenn needed to remember her separation on live television with a group of people of millions, she was whisked away to start contending on Hitting the Dance Floor with the Stars Season 33 preceding she might handle her feelings. With Jenn zeroed in on the opposition, she's clarified that she's not keen on dating at present, as she needs to put her relationship with herself first. While Jonathon was glad to see Jenn during the Lone Wolfess, after the last rose he was mostly certain, hopefully not by mistake, that his single woman ex was locked in before the season finale. While he'd proactively consented to go on Single Guy in Heaven Season 10 to search for adoration inside the establishment, when he figured out that Devin and Jenn were separated, he felt clashed. Glad to in any case have Jenn in his life after the show, he's been open about the way that he's happy they fabricated a strong companionship on the single girl. In spite of the fact that Jenn is hoping to deal with herself and Jonathon is made a beeline for heaven to attempt to find love in a couple of brief months, the pair have been spotted together all over web-based entertainment after the Unhitched Female finale. Sharing posts of one another doing TikTok patterns and just hanging out, the pair have been igniting bits of hearsay across single man country. Despite the fact that Jenn and Jonathon don't appear to need a relationship at the present time, I accept the Lone Wolfess exes could track down adoration later on, when they're both prepared. Their association has forever been sweet, and I'm certain it could start once more. Devin Strater, the 28-year-old cargo affiliation proprietor who showed up on Season 21 of The Singular Wolfess, is standing firm in opposition to late reports that an ex took out a controlling requesting against him in 2017. In an explanation on his Instagram account and accommodated press through email, Strater said he expected to address the different records and mutilations put out in the media after his appearance on The Lone Wolfess, as well as saying sorry for the, at this point erased, 13-minute video he posted after the Single Woman finale, in which his previous perfect partner, Jenn Tran, revealed that Strater went out every which way from her not long after their commitment to Hawaii. Strater correspondingly watched out for what he called a beat spot down from beforehand. The cases are just deceptive, as I have never improperly laid hands on another individual or treated my ex in any of the propensities where I have been portrayed. That limiting requesting was rarely allowed, and completely absolved. My school ex and I wound up obliging lastly removed our friendship, embracing an elevating point of view. This was the place where I first whenever experienced excited warm gestures for, and I assembled some significant data from our relationship. It was a making experience for the two of us, Strater made. If all else fails, regardless, Strater's ex had a controlling requesting taken out against him. 2. Believe it or not, Strater's ex was given a short confining requesting against him, dated Walk 22, 2017, and embraced by a chose force of the East Bar Rouge family court, and an increment of that sales on April 11, 2017. Redirection bit by bit has gotten duplicates of the two orders, which are in the uninhibitedly open report. He was in this way gotten on vulnerability of breaking into his ex's space, and in the end owned up to charges of criminal trespass and fundamental culprit harm to property of under $500, and got 1 year of autonomous probation. Strater's ex did later explanation the watched sales, without inclination, and as shown by minutes from the East Complete Rouge Ward Court. The two players consented to a Title 3601 stay-away requesting. A legitimate guide for Strater, Rhett Spano, said in an explanation to EW that the contender revealed a sales for security with the court subordinate fundamentally upon sketchy, made claims in the statement, and it's as simple as that. The adjudicator completely goal on being basically pretty much as careful as could truly be anticipated. Really a brief confining requesting until Devin was served the charges and could answer at a fundamental. On the date of the social occasion, the new kid on the block had the choice of having a full hearing under the careful focus of the designated power, yet rather chose not to seek after a full controlling sales and consented to a common stay-away requesting, where the two players consented to not show up at each other for quite a while. This finished following a half year. It was additionally settled upon that each party would pay half of the court costs. In her basic requesting for security from misuse recorded on Walk 22, 2017, Strater's ex made that he introduced her to serious treatment, including put me in a firm grasp covering my mouth, broke my window, and spit on me and tossed his reward on me at Pelicans game before everybody in the stands. ABC and Warner Kin, the studio that makes the free individual establishment, had no remark, however a source near creation told EW. We view the security of our hopefuls extraordinarily in a serious way and really endeavor to organize wary power. Despite how comprehensive as our affirming cycle might be, this wary requesting didn't surface in our pursuits. Jenn Tran has a couple of useful tidbits for Joan Vassos in front of Wednesday's debut of the brilliant Lone Wolfess. I would tell her that you understand yourself better than anybody, and your loved ones as well. The Truth Star solely told Page 6 Desiree Murphy following her presentation on Hitting the Dance Floor with the Stars Tuesday night. Simply incline toward your loved ones. That is the very thing that I did, and that is the very thing that sort of assisted me with truly going through everything. Tran, who featured as the season 21 lead of The Single Girl, additionally encouraged Vassos to stay away from web-based entertainment while her episodes are circulating. In some cases the web can be hard, and I would simply agree to remain off the web however much you can, the 26-year-old said with a chuckle. Tran, 26, joined the Truth Dance rivalry new off her time of the ABC establishment, which finished in catastrophe after previous life partner Devin Strater canceled their commitment by means of telephone. Be that as it may, the previous unscripted television star, who powerfully moved to Miley Cyrus Blossoms during Tuesday's debut, says joining DWTS after such a public separation was enabling for her. I've had to deal with grievousness previously, and after each deplorability, it's vital to empty energy back into yourself. Understand that you can be free and that you can get yourself blossoms, and do all that you could maintain that a man should do. Judges gave Tran, who has cooperated with Sasha Farber, a consolidated score of 19-30 for her exuberant cha. In the meantime, her previous old flame and unhitched male, alum Joey Graziadei, is likewise contending on season 33, which started off Tuesday night. He and accomplice Jenna Johnson stunned watchers and judges with their noteworthy exhibition set to Dancin' in the Country by Tyler Hubbard. The couple got a 21 out of 30 for the cha. Graziadei, who is locked into Kelsey Anderson, told Page 6 on the post-show honorary pathway that it's been amicable among him and Tran in the background, regardless of their set of experiences. It's been perfect. the 29-year-old said. It's been well disposed. I wouldn't actually call it a rivalry. He proceeded. I consider one of the most amazing aspects of this show is everybody pulls for one another. Like, we realize that it's so troublesome, so out of everybody's usual range of familiarity. So we are simply attempting to mobilize behind one another and ensure everybody does everything that they can manage. While Graziadei is pulling for his kindred rivals, he is likewise supporting Vasso's 61, as she plans for the commotion that is single-guy country. I don't figure I can offer any guidance to Joan. She is clearly an astonishing lady, he told us. She has carried on with a full life and has done such countless astonishing things herself. While run-of-the-mill lone wolf challengers are as yet sorting out stuff about themselves, the previous tennis trainer says he adores watching a more seasoned age who are so sure and know what their identity is. They are a particularly healthy piece of it, and I just can hardly stand by to watch it, he spouted.